All right, well, from a resurrection of a classic with the dawn, Planet of the Apes, hoping to bring fans to theaters this weekend, plus a theater-studded cast with a new film, The Third Person. Devin O'Leary from the Weekly Alibi is here. We're going to talk about some of these new films.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh, exciting. All right, the first one that we're going to be looking at is The Planet of the Apes, so let's take a look. All right, so tell us a little bit about this movie.
Well, Rise of the Planet of the Apes came a couple years ago. They rebooted the classic series from the 70s and kind of started over by telling the origin story of Caesar, the ape general, and how he came to be and gathered his ape army. The first one was kind of more of a medical scientific thriller. Now we've got a giant army full of apes and it's all out war. So this one's a lot more action than the last one.
Okay, so what type of people are going to be, kind of excited about this movie?
Well, obviously if you like science fiction, if you were interested in the first film, and if you grew up watching those original films or saw them again on video or DVD, this one kind of takes that whole world and makes it a lot more action oriented. So I think people are going to be excited for this. It's a real summer film. I mean, you've got apes with machine guns on horses. That's all you need.
Is there stuff being blown up? I'm sure.
Absolutely, yeah.
Of course. All right, we'll go down to our next film. This has got a big cast with it, a kind of a star-studded cast. It's a new movie called Third Person. Let's take a look.
You should be writing about me. Are you?
I write about what I know.
And you know me.
All right, so what's the synopsis of this? I tried to watch the trailer and I got a little confused as to what's going on.
Well, this is from the folks who did Crash a few years ago, won a bunch of Academy Awards. It's got a huge cast: Liam Neeson, Olivia Wilde, James Franco, Mila Kunis. And it's one of those films where you have a huge cast and a whole bunch of stories and you sort of have to guess how they fit together.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. And the main idea is Liam Neeson is an author, a writer living in Paris, France, and he's having an affair with a much younger woman. And there's all these other stories in Rome and New York, and you got to kind of figure out how they come together. This one, I think, it's got a fantastic cast, and some of the people are really good in it, but it doesn't come together in the way that Crash did.
Okay.
It's a lot more sort of confused, and by the time it does come together towards the end, you're like, well, I don't know if it was really worth the trouble.
Okay, so I'm probably not the only one if you watch the trailer.
Yeah, I mean, even if you watch the whole film, it's still a little confusing.
Really?
So.
And this is probably not a kid's film, more of an adult.
No, it's definitely an adult film. Definitely, I mean, if you're in the mood for a very serious, very somber, kind of morose drama, maybe this is what you're looking for, yeah.
All right, now we have one more movie, our third movie, Korengal. Let's take a look.
Korengal was a major highway for Taliban and enemy activity.
We forced the boys to go out continuously.
And so this looks like it's somewhat of a war movie. What
this
is
is
about?
it's a documentary. A couple years ago, a group of filmmakers got embedded with a group in Afghanistan, a group of soldiers, 173rd Airborne, and spent months and months just living with them and learning about their lives and just filming their everyday actions out in the field. And so they got nominated for an Academy Award, and here they are. This is kind of the follow-up of what's going on in Afghanistan. It's a really interesting film because it's extremely apolitical. It's just about the day-to-day life of soldiers and what they do. And so it's a really on-the-ground, real boots-on-the-ground kind of look at what modern warfare is like. And it's really fascinating.
And this isn't just hitting the indie waves. This is going to be mainstream
in all
of their box offices.
This is a big deal. I mean, the last film got a lot of attention, got nominated for Academy Award. It's opening all over the country. In fact, one of the former members of Battle Company, the company that this is about, lives here in Albuquerque, and he's going to be at the High Ridge Theater tonight at the 7 o'clock show doing a Q&A, and then he'll be up in Santa Fe tomorrow night at the DeFargus doing the same kind of thing. So if you're really interested in it, definitely try and get out tonight and meet one of the guys who was actually involved in this.
In the film.
Yeah.
Well, fantastic. All right. Well, for more information, you can pick up your copy of the Weekly Alibi at your newsstands. And now we're going to head things back over to Brittany.